Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss 7th chapter of NCERT, that is triangles. So you all are familiar about triangles. You have already studied about triangles in previous classes. A triangle is a three-sided polygon. It has three sides, three angles and three vertices. And we are having three type of triangles. First one, equilateral triangle, in which all sides are equal and all angles are also equal. And second one, that is isosceles triangle, in which only two sides are equal and only two angles are equal. So here you are having an equilateral triangle in which all sides are equal and all angles are also equal. But in isosceles triangle, only two sides are equal. So here isosceles triangle, two sides are equal and their opposite angles are equal. So if this is a triangle ABC, which is an isosceles triangle, it is given that AB equals to AC because only two sides are equal. So therefore angle B equals to angle C. So in isosceles triangle, only two sides are equal and two angles are equal. Last we have scalene triangle, in which no equal sides are there and no equal angles are there. So scalene triangle, no equal sides, no equal angles. But in this chapter we will study congruency of triangles. So in this chapter we will discuss congruence of triangle. First of all, what do we understand by congruent triangles? Congruent means identical, or you can say congruent means equal in all respect, or figures whose size and shape both are the same. For example, here you are having two triangles ABC and DEF. If these are congruent triangle, that means they are identical. Their shape and size both are same and they occupy same area. In congruent triangles, area is the important thing. In congruent triangles, areas will be same. So we can say that area of triangle ABC is equals to area of triangle DEF because they are congruent triangles. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This is the symbol for congruency. So here, if these triangles are congruent, that means AB equals to DE. First of all, AB equals to DE. Second part, BC equals to EF. BC equals to EF. And last pairing, that is AC equals to DF. So AC equals to DF. Similarly, if these triangles are congruent, then all sides are equal and all angles will be equal. So angle A equals to angle D, angle B equals to angle E, and last one angle C equals to angle F. So if two triangles are congruent, then their sides are equal and their angles are also equal. Now here you have written triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. You cannot write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EDF. Because if angle A equals to angle D, then you have to write, here you have to write A, then here you have to write D. So the naming of these angles depend on this. Angle A equals to angle D. So first the names of triangle here start from angle A and here start from angle D. Similarly, if angle B equals to angle E, so second one B equals to E and last one C equals to F. So now we will discuss criteria for similarity of triangles. Now we will discuss criteria for congruency of triangles. First criteria, that is SAS, side angle side criteria. So if two triangles are congruent, if two sides and the included angle, here you can see two sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to the two sides and the included angle of other triangle. So two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle is equal to the two sides and the included angle of other triangle. So here we are having an example. In this figure, OA equals to OB and OC equals to OD. This is given to you. Then you have to show that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle OC. So first of all, in triangle AOD and BOC, OA equals to OB and OC equals to OD. This is given to you, and here you can see angle COB and angle AOD. They are vertically opposite angles, so they will be equal. So triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC by side angle side criteria. So first part done. Second one, you have to prove that AD parallels to BC. This line AD, this is parallel to BC. So if two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts will be equal. So here you can write angle OBC. This angle is equals to angle OAD. Yes, this and this angle. You can see that angle OBC and angle OAD, they are alternate interior angles. So if alternate interior angles are equal, the lines are parallel. So AD parallels to BC. So this was first criteria, that is SAS, side angle side criteria. Second criteria, that is angle side angle criteria. ASA, congruent rule. So two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to the two angles and the included side of other triangle. Here, first of all, two angles and the included side means, for example here, two angles. If you have to take the angles, then you can take this and this and this angle, and the included side of one triangle is equal to two angles. So this one and this one, two angles and the included side of other triangle, then you can say that these two triangles are congruent by angle side angle congruent rule. So take an example. Line segment AB is parallel to another line segment CD. So here AB parallels to CD and O is the midpoint of AD. So if O is the midpoint of AD, that means OA equals to OD. Now you have to show that triangle AOB is congruent to triangle DOC. So in triangle AOB and triangle DOC, first of all, AB parallels to CD. That means angle BAO equals to angle CDO. Because AB is parallel to CD, then alternate angles are equal. Next one, OA equals to OD because O is the midpoint of AD. And third one, angle AOB equals to angle DOC. Vertically opposite angles, then triangle AOB is congruent to triangle DOC by angle side angle. Here angle side angle congruent rule. So if these triangles are congruent, then by using CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles will be equal. So we can say that OB equals to OC. Now second part, we have to prove that O is the midpoint of BC. We have already proved that OB equals to OC. That means O is the midpoint of BC. That's why OB equals to OC. Now we will discuss third criteria, that is SSS criteria, side congruent rule. If in two triangles, three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of other triangle, then we can say that two triangles are congruent. Very simple. Let's take an example. Two sides AB and BC and the median AF of one triangle are respectively equal to sides PQ and QR and the median PN of triangle PQR. So here AB equals to PQ, this is given, and AM equals to PN, altitudes. These altitudes are also equal. And third one, BC equals to QR. Now we have to prove that triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. So first of all, in triangle ABM and triangle PQN, AB equals to PQ and AM equals to PN. This is given. Now we need third side. It is given that BC equals to QR and AM and PN are medians. So if AM is median on BC, that means M is the midpoint of BC. Similarly, PN is the median on QR, therefore N is the midpoint of QR. So if BC equals to QR, then we can write half of BC and half of QR will be equal. So here half of BC, we can take BM, and here half of QR, that is QN. So if half of BC equals to half of QR, that means BM equals to QN. So third side, that is this. These sides are also equal. So triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN by side, side, side congruent rule. So this was side, side, side congruent rule. Now we will discuss last congruent rule, that is RHS congruent rule. RHS stands for right angle, hypotenuse and side. So if in two right triangles will be right angle triangles, the hypotenuse and the one side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and one side of other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Let's take an example. BE and CF are two equal altitudes of triangle ABC. Here it is given that BE and CF, they are equal altitudes. So we have to prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So first of all, we have to take BEC triangle and CDF triangle. Why? Because we have to prove that ABC is an isosceles triangle. If we prove AB equals to AC, then we can say that ABC is an isosceles triangle, and for proving AB equals to AC, we need to prove angle B equals to angle C first. So we have taken triangle BEC and CFB. BEC, this triangle, and CFB, this triangle. In both these triangles, first of all, right angle, angle E equals to angle F, each 90 degrees. Then we need hypotenuse. So BCE triangle and CFB triangle, BC common, that is hypotenuse. So BC equals to BC common hypotenuse. So next one, BE equals to CF, this is given to us. So right angle, hypotenuse and side. So triangle BCE is congruent to triangle BCF by RHS congruent rule. So if these triangles are congruent, we can use CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle will be equal. So we can write angle B equals to angle C. Now if angle B equals to angle C, then we can say that AB equals to AC. Side opposite to equal angles are also equal, therefore AB equals to AC. And if AB equals to AC, that means ABC is an isosceles triangle, and this we have to prove.